All right, it's the odd couple, Chris Broussard and Rob Parker. On this TV theme show Thursday.
That's right.
That's Will Smith, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Everybody knows that one.
But there's a great on Twitter. Did you see that picture of the scene where Will Smith was mad about his dad came back in his life?
Yes.
But they had Carmelo.
Yes.
They had Carmelo's face. And I was like, why don't we want to be mad? I mean, that's an explosive scene. That's like a great scene.
Right.
There.
No, that was a great scene.
It was.
Absolutely. All right. I just bought a car a month ago, Rob, and I can tell you this. Car shopping can be confusing. Terms like dealer price, list price, invoice. What you need is TrueCar, because TrueCar shows you what other people paid for the car that you want. That way, of course, you can recognize what's a good price and what's a bad price. When you're ready to buy a new or even a used car, trust me, visit TrueCar to enjoy a more confident car buying experience. We got a special guest in studio with us.
A guy we've gone to see perform.
He's a
and
stand-up
friend of
comic,
ours.
and we have gone to see him on stage. Great show. He's an actor. He's the host of his own podcast called Unsportsmanlike Conduct, and he also calls games. As a freelance broadcaster. He brings the funny. That's to use his term. Let me introduce VJ Vernon. VJ, what's happening, brother?
What's going on, fellas? Cool, Roski, Chris, my fellow Vanilla brother. What's good, man?
Right. And you look, Rob. I thought I was like the only light-skinned brother he could tolerate.
Yeah.
I'm glad to have your opinion.
Yeah, well, you putting me on. I didn't know. I didn't know Rob had a deal with the Vanilla brothers, man.
He don't
what?
like Ben Simmons.
What?
He don't like Drake.
He
don't like Zach. He thinks Zach LaVine can't jump. It's ridiculous.
Well, Drake's not light skinned though. Drake's not light skinned. He's Canadian. Yeah, there's a difference. He's Canadian, and he's a Canadian. Yeah, he's not light skinned. Now, we had a meeting last week with the coalition of Vanilla Brothers of Southern California. I'm actually the acting vice president right now until they choose who they're going to replace with Prince, because Prince was running it, and then he went on to be with Glory.
Prince light skinned?
Yeah. Oh, what?
You take Prince.
He's the Godfather.
Don't be trying to.
He is the Godfather of Vanilla Brothers. Are you kidding me?
Prince is brown.
Yellow, man.
Yeah.
Yellow.
Who was the
Mellow
guy?
Yellow.
Yeah, there you go. Mellow Yellow. That should be the name of the club.
But VJ, man, in addition to your comic work, you into sports, man. As I said, you call games and you have your own sports podcast.
And he came in here to pick a bone with you about the Lakers because he ain't buying what Chris Broussard is selling.
At all.
Now, he will be when he leaves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, VJ, I'm not saying the Lakers necessarily going to have the second best record in the West. I don't care about the record.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying they are the second best team in the West. Now, Houston, if they get to the point where they were last year, then they'll be better. Because I don't think the Lakers will be as good as Houston was last year.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm saying when I look at the West, Portland's flawed. New Orleans.
The Lakers are flawed.
Mm-hmm.
They are, but they got the best player in the league. Or even if you want to say he's not.
I would say second best.
Okay, second best player in the league. The first best, I assume you would say, was Durant.
Yep.
He's on the best. I'm not saying they can compete with Golden State. But all these, look, the Lakers don't have a second star, but they got talent.
Yeah.
They got rim protection. They're shooting the three better than most expected. They're getting better on defense.
I'm not so sure I can trust the three. I know it's been better of late, but I don't know if I can trust it.
Yeah.
All right.
My main thing with it is the fact that you're not wrong by saying they could possibly be the second team in the West. What the problem is that it switches from day to day. Because just last week, not you personally, just as for the mass as a whole, just last week it was fire Luke and trade Ingram. That's what it was just a week ago. Now let's not forget in the last week.
Now they win a couple of games.
Exactly.
Some bad teams. Not last.
Not last night, but they did just beat 3 sub 500 teams.
And everything's all right.
Portland's this team with the second best record.
No, I said not Portland.
Well, I'm saying Portland. They beat Portland. They beat Denver. They've beaten some good teams.
Yeah.
No, but
Those
the
are
three,
the second, third best records.
right?
in the
But
West.
the 3 games that they won before that were the Hawks.
But they've won, I believe, 8 of their last 11.
And they needed Tyson Chandler to a questionable. I'm not gonna go goaltender because I think that's nitpicking. I think that sounds like hating when people go as goaltender. I'd much rather see Trey Young float that overhand instead of trying to scoop that underhand, and that's why Tyson was able to get to that. If he floats that overhand,
The report said it wasn't gold.
exactly. Yeah, and that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, that's cool. But they needed a 36-year-old Tyson Chandler to make that play for them. But let's put it into perspective. It's November. So the teams you're mentioning, if we could say, well, the Lakers can come together, why can't we say Houston can get it going soon? The Pelicans can get it going soon. Utah can get it going. Why can't we say that about those teams?
Okay, the Pelicans, Utah,
Yeah.
Portland, if they get it together,
Yeah.
they gonna be. Do they have more talent than the Lakers? They certainly don't have the best player. Like LeBron doesn't have a second star,
but
he's got talent around him.
But it was like last
depth.
year when we saw Utah and the run that it made. You know what I mean? And how they came together later on in the season. Now, I'm not saying I think that you're looking at just all LeBron.
No, not all LeBron.
No,
I think they got help. I think he's got help.
I'm just not. I just haven't seen enough of it for me to know that it's going to be there when it really matters. That's what I'm. You know, you talk about the 3-point shooting. I still think that's questionable.
Yeah.
I've seen people go to the hole against the Lakers and
Time and time again.
Yeah.
No, I
But
know.
let's face it, nobody's
I know,
playing
but we're
good
talking.
defense.
But
and now with McGee,
LeBron
and
the other day,
Chandler,
you see LeBron kicking at the ball. He didn't even move.
he wasn't kicking at the ball last night.
No, he had a big
He was
night.
snuffing.
Yeah, he had a great night. I watched the whole game.
He had a great night.
Nah. He had listen.
Rob won't tell Rob.
He had a great night.
He almost had a great
Nah. He had a great night last night, and that's the LeBron I don't mind. I don't mind when LeBron's got a little cocky in him, a little arrogance. I like that. I like that in my athletes, and like my favorite players: Isaiah, Dan Marino, Tiger Woods, Jeff Gordon in NASCAR. I don't mind a guy that's a little bit of a butt, you know, for a lighter word for national radio. I don't mind that. That doesn't Kobe. I'm a Kobe guy through. I don't mind that. The passive aggressive now. The passive aggressiveness I could do without. Now, my question is, how long is it before he pulls his annual? And you know he will. When they lose 6 out of 9, or they lose 6 or 7, or they lose 5 in a row, then it starts with LeBron needs more help. I want Luke out of here.
Traded the half the team
the
last year.
Rondo, and I'm gonna tell you this right now.
The worst team in the league. Right now. He needs to be traded.
and then when they traded, everybody was like, "Oh, LeBron got his team now."
Oh, stop.
That's true. They did. That was the narrative.
Yes,
That
they
was the
did.
narrative. That was the narrative.
The narrative was they gonna win the East. It
No,
wasn't-
Nah, the narrative was they can get Golden State now
Yes.
because they're younger. They have more shooting. They got more defense. They got more energy. All over. I mean, who wasn't?
And people were
I
like,
wasn't.
and people were like, "Oh, see, no, these players fit better because they know their roles.
Yeah.
And they blah blah blah. And they got energy and defense and all this.
And
I
that's
said that
what
day
happened.
one
Yeah.
that they were no better than they were.
No,
with the
you
squad
called
they
it.
had.
You called it sweet.
Of course.
Yeah,
I
we
did.
talked. You did my show. You called it
I
sweet.
don't remember this groundswell of people saying they gonna beat Golden State.
Not beat
I
Golden
remember
State.
Not beat
people
'em.
Saying they gonna get to the finals now.
Well, I thought they would get to the finals anyway because with no Hayward in Boston, and
They
then
were gonna get
once we saw Kyrie was done for the rest of the year in the playoffs, nobody was stopping them. You know, he owns Toronto. He was doing that in Miami.
Toronto,
you know,
they lost 8 straight in the playoffs to LeBron James.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that was,
he owns that franchise. They should be the LeBron Raptors.
He won't own them anymore. They different
No,
now.
Yeah.
they got
They
some.
different now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, quick sidebar. My Pistons did get that dub last night. Let's go, Casey.
Oh man,
Let's go. Hey, I'll take it.
your boys would be lucky to get in the postseason.
No, yeah, really. Well, I mean, because I'm not a Blake guy, though. I never have been. When they made that trade, when Van Gundy made that trade to try to save his drive, but until when? Until what injury hits?
Well,
It's coming. It's like Chris Paul. It's coming, man. It's coming. It's like a Patriot comeback in the fourth quarter. It's coming.
Another reason to believe they won't be better than the Lakers. All right, I want to hit you on this, BJ.
Yes, sir.
Rob and I were talking about this, and I want Rob to make his point before you begin, because I think he's got a strong point. I disagree, but I think it's a strong point that can lead to good discussion.
Okay.
Jarrett Jack, tight with Kevin Durant, very well respected veteran in the league. He tweeted this out about the Draymond KD drama. Man, if y'all thought the league was in trouble before, They about to mess around and have AD, Anthony Davis, KD, and Bron all on the same team. Obviously, meaning the Lakers next year. Some tweeter, for lack of a better word,
No, that's what it was. Just
hit him up and said, "You don't seriously believe that, do you?" Jared Jack tweeted back, "In 8 months, quote me." Now, whether or not that's really going to happen, I don't think that will happen. Rob doesn't either. But if it comes, if it's in the works, Rob says the league should veto it. Don't even let that happen. That's where I disagreed. I don't know if you want to add to that. Rob.
I just think that it comes a point where the commissioner has to look out for the well-being of the league. And you can't have a league where there's not some competitive balance. And I know people think about, oh, yeah, well, the league's doing just fine. I've covered the league since 1987. I don't think this is the greatest era of the NBA. Do you have more athletes and different things that are going on? Sure. But I still don't think it's as competitive. I didn't know, and I'm not just saying this for radio. I didn't know Michael Jordan was going to the finals every year. I did not know when he played. That's the difference in the league that I know today compared to then. Did Mike make it? Yeah, he did. But I didn't know. And I brought up the one, the Charles Smith year with the Knicks. I believed the Knicks were going to beat Michael Jordan and the Bulls that year. They won the first 2 games at Madison Square Garden, and then the Bulls won the next 4, and it was all over after Charles Smith in Game 5 couldn't make the layup. But my point is, that's the league with the great players I would rather see, where I'm not sold or I'm not convinced that we know Golden State's going to win or we know what the NBA.
That's not a look. That's
my argument.
That's not a bad point.
That's it.
Where I disagree is on the commissioner actually stepping in and not allowing a trade to go through because it would essentially make a team too good.
And I gave you that it has already happened.
It has happened.
It happened in baseball.
No, it didn't. Don't bring up the Chris Paul Lakers.
Why?
It had nothing to do with it. David Stern was the owner of the New Orleans team.
Right.
And they didn't think it was a good trade for New Orleans as a team.
Because
That's
also,
I just don't know if I buy that though. I don't know if I buy that though.
I was covering the league.
I know you,
nothing
but
to do with the Lakers. First of all, let's stop with the Lakers would have been so great. Chris Paul, as great as he is, hasn't won anything.
Hasn't won jack.
Him and Kobe together wasn't gonna be some juggernaut. So that had nothing to do with it.
And they were trying to sell the team. You can't get rid of the best asset.
It had nothing to do with the Lakers being so good.
The league was going to sell them.
And let's be honest, the league loves it when the Lakers are great. Would you rather have New Orleans be good or the Lakers be good?
True.
So come on, that's an urban myth that's just wrong.
To Rob's point, see, the thing is, I don't know how in today's world with so much player power, you can have a commissioner step in and make a call like that, because they can always say, whoa, hold up. It's not in the CBA. It's not in the collective bargaining agreement. We're free agents. We can go wherever the heck we want to.
But it's not the free agent part. It's the trade.
Well, the trade, they would have to trade AD because he's under contract. But Durant would be a free agent.
No, we're talking about the trade part, because trades can be not approved by the league. That's why there's an approval process.
Yeah. But it's not so one team doesn't become so great.
No, but there is an approval. I'm just saying
there is an approval.
There's an approval process.
But it's
I know normally it's for money.
Exactly.
But it doesn't mean that commissioners don't have the right to say what's in the best interest of the sport.
That's what I'm asking, VJ. Just theoretically, philosophically, do you agree with the notion of just the commissioner being like, nah, they would be too good? We can't.
Oh, man. I'm 50-50 because he does have the interest of the league.
We need better than 50-50.
Okay, fine. All right. I'll go 100. Then I do believe the commissioner probably should step in, because you do have to care about the product at the end of the day. For like look at the Eastern Conference. I know LeBron's gone, but are you telling me the Eastern Conference isn't way more watchable and way more competitive now that we know Cleveland definitely isn't going to the finals?
Yes.
I ain't gonna front. I've been watching way more Eastern Conference ball myself, because it's like, it's the 5 teams, right?
That's a perfect example.
But hold on, that's because Toronto just got Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, but they traded away.
But he ain't as good as Kawhi.
But Chris, is
Milwaukee
different.
has gotten a really good coach who's put that team in a great system.
And Giannis is balling.
Right.
No, but
if LeBron had stayed in Cleveland, I do not believe they would definitively be. I wouldn't even pick them as the best team in the East.
But see,
You would?
Yeah.
There's
I'm not a
no way.
LeBron guy, but I'm not a guy that questions what he does on the court.
Chris, the difference is
you know.
Milwaukee is balling. They just demolished Golden State. I'm not saying they're better than Golden State, but they're legit. And Giannis ain't as good as LeBron, but he's a top 5 player in the league.
Easily. Easily.
And Toronto, Kawhi is obviously, and they got.
Yeah.
I think that the East has just gotten better naturally.
Yeah.
It's not naturally, it's by trade.
But my point is, like, organically, like, it's not just that LeBron left, now all the leftovers are battling each other. These leftovers have, I mean, on every power rankings that you can look up, it's got Golden State number 1, and then Toronto and Milwaukee 2 and 3.
Yeah, but LeBron's not there, and that did open up things. And then it's okay to make trades. Because normally in a trade, you have to give something up to get. That's why the big 3 in Boston, everybody says that's the first super team. No, it's not. They made trades to get those players.
Yeah.
It's totally different.
If I could I put it just a quick twist on it? I don't think that the Lakers are getting all these free agents next year that everybody else, or a lot of people think there's, and this is just my theory. In today's NBA, where face and brand is sometimes more important than what you do on the court, your brand. I think there were some players this offseason that could have went there. I'm not sure what happened with PG. I don't know why the trigger wasn't pulled for Kawhi. And I know DeMarcus Cousins, the deal was supposed to be about the same, but he chose to go to G-State. If you're a young player and I was your agent, I would ask you, you could go play with LeBron and you could go to we could make it happen. But remember this, when you do not win, it damages your brand because you will be blamed for it.
Yeah.
Bosh, Wade, Kyrie, people knocked him, but Kyrie is he saw the writing on the wall. He was like, bruh, I'm good. And credit to him, he didn't go bash LeBron. He didn't go tell a lot of stuff that was going on. But you can read it and go, Kyrie said, I'm good on this, man. Like, I'm only 25, and I'm building, and I'm getting blamed. All I did was go 29-9 in the finals and hit the game-winning shot in Game 7, and you were trying to move me. You were trying to move me. That's what I think no one's really talking about. That you talk about all these free agents.
Like, I feel you.
Like, do you want to go there in your prime?
Kawhi's not going there.
Yeah. I don't think Kawhi's going there.
Nah, Jimmy Butler.
He's leaving Philly, but I don't think he's going to LA. I don't think he's staying in Philly. I don't think that's going to work.
That might not. I think
Yeah,
there's a great chance
yeah.
of not working, but there was definitely a
I saw your piece of a great analysis on that by you. And I saw I was sitting right there shaking my head like, yeah.
You don't have to brown nose.
Oh man, come on. Listen, as much brown nosing as I give Rob, I text Rob at 2 and 3 in the morning just to say thank you, sir. Thank you for being a mentor to me and being a good brother in this industry, helping brothers like me out. Come on, Rob. I gotta even it out, man. I ain't hollered at Chris in a minute.
Look, DJ, bottom line, you make a great point.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've heard, now Durant, maybe what I heard was wrong. Maybe he's changed his mind. I was told he hasn't wanted to play with LeBron. He wants to compete against LeBron and beat him.
Yeah.
So,
and the other thing,
there's a great chance these guys
it doesn't help Durant long term.
Sure doesn't.
It would be exact opposite. Like they would say, "Oh, you left, and now you went to go team up with LeBron."
Yeah,
like, it would only hurt.
And if they won, and if they won, and Durant had even better stats, they would say it's because he played with LeBron.
Right.
Even if he had better numbers, they would say, "Well, he went to play with LeBron." It's just something to look out for.
Look, at some point, and Rob thinks it's already. A lot of people think it's already. KD's past LeBron. Because LeBron's getting older, he's not going to keep getting better.
Yeah.
And KD's, still younger. So maybe if they played together next year, KD would just be he would play better. I don't know. I'm just saying. I don't know. KD's big enough. Like KD, I could see them playing together and KD getting the Finals MVP.
And here's the other thing.
Really?
Yeah,
if he played the best,
because he's won 2.
If he hit the big shots,
and he beat LeBron twice. You know what I mean? Like and dominated. LeBron's won 1 playoff game, finals game in 2 years where they've been totally dominated. And KD's won both MVPs.
Right.
So
that would be tough, though. Yeah.
I don't think the KD, AD, LeBron thing is gonna happen. But I just don't agree with the premise that if it were in the works, that the commissioner should step in and stop it.
Yeah. If you're New Orleans, do you trade AD? If you're New Orleans, do you trade him?
It's gonna have to come down to AD telling him, just like Jimmy Butler. He don't have to make it as ugly as Jimmy Butler did, but basically being like, "Look, I'm not re-signing with you. I want to go to the Lakers."
Wow.
That's what it would have to do.
I hope.
right.
I hope not.
Hey, VJ.
We'll see. If they keep struggling, maybe. But
Yeah.
VJ, do you have
appreciate
anything
you.
coming up?
Yes,
You know?
yes,
Let us know.
yes, I do, man. I am covering Cal Poly football. You guys can check me out on ESPN Radio 1280 on Saturday at 4 p.m. And then also I'm working with the CIF Southern Sectional California State High School Playoffs. Number 1 team in the nation, John Bosco Braves, takes on number 8
From
Oaks
Jersey?
Christian. No, from out here in Bellflower. They strut 2 number 15 top 15 players, and then against Oaks Christian, who has the number 1 player in the nation and the number 1 running back in the nation, going to Michigan. So you check me out there too on PSN.
All right,
All
bud.
right, cool,
Thanks
man.
for
Great
coming.
job.
I know. I
Great
appreciate you
job.
guys. No,
Good
I
job.
appreciate you guys
Yep.
more.
All right, more of the Odd Couple coming up. But first, let's bring in Deb Carson for the latest in sports.
Deb.
Guys, it was all Green Bay the first quarter.